So Odell Beckham wants out of Cleveland. After that press conference where Jarvis Landry, Myles Garrett, and Baker Mayfield had to sit up there and coddle his ass through the whole press conference and give him an intervention because they already knew he didn't want to be there. I told y'all that. The Browns are going to Browns, man. Welcome back to Cage TV. You know who the hell I am. Now let's get into this shit. The NFC playoff picture. We got the Niners at 11-2, sitting on the top of the division of the NFC West. And before we get into the rest of everything, let's just address that game yesterday. Just something that, was messing with me after I watched that game. Not from the 49ers side of the football game. They played how they were supposed to play. Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton, if you're supposed to be this great play caller with 7 and 9 seasons under his belt, this great coach, why the hell did you keep putting Taysom Hill in the game to play quarterback? Why was you taking Drew Brees out of the game to put Taysom Hill in the quarterback position to do wildcat plays? Like, dude, you're fighting for a home playoff bye, bro. You're fighting for a home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And you put Taysom Hill in a big game like that. I don't understand it. I'm confused. Why did he do that? Moving on. We have the Green Bay Packers at 10-3, sitting on top of the NFC North. And then we have the New Orleans Saints, who have already clinched their division and will have a home playoff game if they keep up at this rate losing. They run the NFC South, and then we have the Dallas Cowboys. Oh God, sitting at 6 wins and 7 losses. Shout out to my boy Sean Lakes, who is pulling his bald. Well, he don't even have no hair. I guess he just losing his mind over his Cowboys. But anyway, in a wild card position, we have the Seahawks, who lost to the Rams, and we have the 9-4 Vikings, who are sitting closely behind the Packers. Now, in the playoff hunt, we still have the Rams at 8-5. We have the Chicago Bears at 7-6, and we have the Eagles at 5-7. Who I think the Eagles will miss the playoffs. I think they're gonna win tonight against the New York Giants. I think they're probably gonna win both games against the New York Giants. But I think they lose to the Cowboys the next time they play them. I would love to see the Eagles beat the Cowboys, but I think the Cowboys got their number. And I think the Cowboys, it's hard to even think that they would even think like that. I think the Cowboys will be okay with a question mark. Okay, I guess. Interesting teams that's leading the divisions. Interesting teams in the wild card. I still think the Seahawks can beat the 49ers the next time they play them in Seattle. As far as the Rams and the Bears, I think the Bears are going to get hot, man. I think the Bears are going to get hot. The Rams owed the Seahawks a ass whooping. Matter of fact, I think the Rams is probably the only team that has had the Seahawk numbers in the last few years under Sean McVay. I think they might be a game above the Seahawks and Sean McVay, maybe a game or two above the Seahawks and Sean McVay has taken over as head coach with the Rams. He just always seemed to have Pete Carroll's number for some odd-ass reason. But I digress. The teams that out of this whole bunch that y'all looking at on the screen, that I think that are going to be, wild card matchups, it's basically based on the last 3 games of the season. Out of all of the teams that I think the 49ers, well, obviously the Eagles have the easiest path to try to get a wild card game. They got the easiest path, and then I think the next easiest path is probably the Rams, then the 49ers. No, I take that back. I think it's the Eagles, the Saints, the Rams, the 49ers. Where do we go from there? Dallas. No. Eagles, Dallas, Saints, Rams, 49ers. Eagles, Vikings, Packers, and then the team that has the hardest, last few games to play, going towards the playoffs, is the Chicago Bears. They got to go to Green Bay. I think they have to go. Yeah, they got to go to Green Bay. They got to go to Minnesota. And I forget the last game they play. I forget who they play last. I don't know if they played the Lions already, but I think they got to go to the Lions too. I'm not sure on the rest of their schedule, but teams that I think that are pretenders: Eagles, Cowboys, Rams, Vikings, Seahawks, and the Green Bay Packers. I think those are the teams that are the pretenders. Now, if this stays sketched in stone how everything is right now, and the wild card, you will have the Seahawks going to play the I think the Seahawks will go play the Cowboys, and then I think the Vikings will go play the Saints. And I think the Saints will beat the Vikings. I think the Seahawks will beat the Cowboys. And then I think, the Seahawks will have to come to Green Bay and try to win. The Saints will have to go back to San Francisco. They will have to go back to San Francisco. And the Packers will have who will win that game between the Packers and the Seahawks now? I think the Seahawks will probably win. I think the Seahawks will put the Green Bay Packers out. And then I think the Saints will probably have another chance to try to beat the 49ers. I mean, it looked like they was going to beat the 49ers, but I think this next time around they probably will beat the 49ers in Levi Stadium, and then so on and so forth. We'll probably see the Saints win an NFC championship. But that's just what this looks like. What I think is going to happen, I think the Bears will get hot, and I think the Saints will probably bump us back out. I think we'll lose to the Bears next week. and we'll probably have to play the Bears in a wild card game, and I think that's when we'll lose. I think the 49ers will bump down and probably wind up having to go to Dallas and beat the Dallas Cowboys. And then I think who would still be up there? Who would still be up there? Oh, the Chicago Bears. I think they will go to play the Saints, and I think they will lose to the Saints in a divisional round. And then I think the Seahawks are going to climb back somewhere up in there. I don't think they done winning yet, but I think the 49ers and Seahawks will wind up playing again in the playoffs, and I think the Seahawks will lose to the 49ers, which would set up a matchup for the Saints and the San Francisco 49ers to play in the NFC Championship game, and I think the Saints win that game and go on to the Super Bowl to win the Super Bowl. Right now, it's just a bunch of hypotheticals. Anything can happen. I'm excited to see what happened. Of course, I would love for the Green Bay Packers to win this whole thing, and we do have a huge opportunity to do that, but just the makeup of this team and the way that the defense has been playing all year long, until things change on the defensive end and the offensive end clicking, I think we're a one and done team in the playoffs. That's just my opinion. Now, some Packer fans may feel that, this team will turn around and get hot. I would love to see that, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know, man. This just Super Bowl just feels like it got Saints written all over it. To me, it just feels like it got Saints written all over it, man. You could just tell by the like it was like the NFL was just poking fun at Sean Payton when they didn't throw the flag on the fake punt. They didn't throw the pass interference. Then it was just like a slap in the face, man. Then they tried to give the Saints a call, which they did. Have the opportunity to score and be up by 1 point. I don't see, and that's another thing too. I mean, I understand Sean Payton, you trying to go for 2 and force an overtime, but you got to make sure you call the right play, man. You got to make sure you call the right play. I understand what you was trying to do. 3 points, they kick a field goal, going to overtime, you have a chance to keep playing. But it just feels like the Saints are going to win this Super Bowl this year, man. I mean, you look at these teams. You look at the Rams, Sean McVay, Jared Goff, Todd Gurley situation, Jalen Ramsey trying to fit in the defense. I don't see them doing anything. The Chicago Bears, I mean, it's Mitchell Trubisky, man. Come on. That ain't going to be nothing to sell that's nothing to sell us to promote a Super Bowl. Mitchell Trubisky, it's enough to sell the fact, sell the hope, the hype of them going to the Super Bowl by them making the playoffs. It's for gambling purposes. The Eagles got no shot in hell. The Cowboys, no shot in hell. The Vikings, come on, man. It's Kirk Cousins, man. It's Kirk Cousins and Mike Zimmerman. And Xavier Rhodes. Just stop it. The Seahawks, I think they got a chance. Pete Carroll is one hell of a coach. Russell Wilson is one hell of a quarterback. And it just seems like they always can make a way out of no way. But I think they do come up short trying to get to the Super Bowl. But I do think I do think this team is not a pretender. But as far as the rest of the other teams I mentioned, those are pretenders, man. The Saints, like I said, Sean Payton, hell of a coach. Drew Brees. It's 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 Drew Brees. And I'm gonna be nice about King 7-9. I'm gonna be nice about King 7-9. He is a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. Green Bay Packers, pretenders. I think the Green Bay Packers are pretenders. And the 49ers, I think they fools go still. I still think they fools go, man. I just think that the 49ers are good this year to put asses in the seats in Levi Stadium because it was a barren wasteland. It was tumbleweeds rolling through the fucking field while they was playing. You know what I mean? So, they can't let that trash-ass monstrosity that they built, get torn down again. You know what I mean? They got to put asses in the seats. They got to have people. They got to have ticket sales. They just got to make money, man. They got to make their money. You know what I mean? For the last 4 years, wasn't nobody going to no damn 49er games. Nobody going to no 49er games. But they are having an exceptional year, so I can't hate on that. They're winning games, even though they did start off their season against the trash ass AFC North with a whole bunch of players just getting hurt. So you win those games. It boosts up your confidence, the team morale, motivation around the locker room, and guys think that they have a chance to do something great. Have a name for themselves going on throughout the season, winning game after game. But I still think the 49ers are fool's gold. But the only real teams I see in this NFC playoff picture is the Saints and the Seahawks as real threats to winning the Super Bowl. But any given Sunday, man, anything can happen. The Falcons went to the Super Bowl. I wasn't expecting them to go to the Super Bowl, but they went to the Super Bowl. So, what can you say? But all in all, man, I'm just happy that the Packers are back to winning football games. The last 2 years have been questionable, aggravating, irritating, just a pain in the ass these last 2 seasons. And all we can do is try, man. All we could do is go out there and try to win. All we could do is ask that Matt LaFleur and Mike Pettin put together a good game plan to win a game, at least win a game, come out there with the A game, because like I said before, man, this offense, we got to give it some time. We got to give it some time. We got to give it some time. And what I mean by time, it might take till next year for this whole thing to click. But like I said before, the Sean McVay and the Kyle Shanahan offense, if you're not a smart quarterback that can run it, it's going to lead to turnovers, man. It's been proven with both those offenses. So let's not act like Jimmy Garoppolo and Jared Goff haven't been turning the ball over. They have. So you can let the sports media guys and the analytics guys get on TV and tell you how great this offense is. Well, if it's so great, how come it ain't working for Matt LaFleur? How come it ain't working for Matt LaFleur? You have to ask that question. How come this innovative Sean Payton, Kyle Shanahan offense, why isn't it working with Matt LaFleur and arguably the best thrower of a football in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers? How come it's not working for him? Is it the personnel? Is it the receivers? Is it the whole total change? Because remember, like I said in the videos after we fired Mike McCarthy, the rookies that are coming into the rookies we had last year, a receiver coming into their sophomore season, they learn a set of plays and then bam, they have to learn a new set of plays, new verbiage, learn how to deal with the new coach, go out there and perform and produce what he's asking for in this new scheme. Same thing with the defense. We have done capers. We bring in Mike Pettin. Defense looks like crap. You bring in some free agents and some key positions where you need help at. They come in. They only could do what they can do, but the defense is still, spotty. Still can't stop the run. Mike Pettin still coming in with a 3-man rush. He only did the 4-man rush because it was Dwayne Haskins and he knew he couldn't run out of the pocket. But I'm happy that we get to see the Packers in the playoffs, and we really gonna see what this team is made of. I cannot wait for the whole world to see how soft, how charmin soft this team is. How pillow soft this team is. Now, a lot of Packer fans say, we need to try to get a home play. We need to try to get a bye. Fuck a bye. I don't want us to have no damn bye. I want us to keep playing. Who knows what Matt LaFleur is gonna have planned if there is a bye. Hey guys, listen up, guys. Take it off. Take a day off. Take it easy. We'll come back to it Thursday and do a walkthrough. No, that's not what the Patriots do. The Patriots, when they have a bye in the playoffs, they right back out there Monday in full pads in the snow, going hard at it, staying acclimated to the game, because they know that these teams that's playing wild card week to week, still playing week to week, they still gonna be in game shape, game speed. They still gonna be in football mode. I'd rather the Packers keep playing every week in the playoffs. If we get bounced out, we get bounced out. As long as we learn something from it and we come back next season, keep a level of consistency in the win column, but progress in the things that we lacked in this year, as far as, pass protection for Aaron Rodgers, running the ball, receivers catching balls in tough spots, the defense stopping the run on stopping plays on third down, the offense converting plays on third down, special teams putting the team in deep field position to where they gotta go 17, 18 plays down the field to score, but it gives us a chance to stop them short. We just have to, this team just has to progress better on all three phases of football next season. Matt LaFleur has to coach better in different situations of the football game. So this year, congratulations to you, Matt LaFleur. First Packer coach in Packer history to have a 10-win season. Salute to you, much respect. But as the years go on, you have set a high mark for yourself as a coach. You have set a standard. We have a resume on you now. We have a first-year resume on you right now, Matt LaFleur. So anything less than what you're producing right now is not going to cut it. You're going to have to go above the call of duty as far as, getting to an NFC championship game now. That's the next step coming into next season, is getting to an NFC championship game. Of course, the powers that be, the higher ups, the suits upstairs in 1265 Lombardi Drive, Y'all gonna have to go into free agency again. You guys are just gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to get a damn receiver in free agency, man. It's just I mean, I don't know if y'all want to keep going through the draft and, you know, developing this young talent. You know, you have to do that. But I'm expecting Brian Gutekunst to go into free agency and grab a receiver. You don't have to grab no top tier receiver. Just grab a guy that can catch, a possession receiver, and somebody that can stretch the field. Because clearly, these receivers that we bringing back next year, they're going to have to get better in the offseason. I expect Marquez Valdez-Scantling, I expect him to go back to talk to Randy Moss. But anyway, I'm rambling. This is my playoff. That's my playoff prediction. Like I said, I got the Saints and the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. I have the in a divisional round, I have the Saints. I have the Saints playing against the Chicago Bears. I have the 49ers facing off against the Seahawks. And I have the Cowboys losing in the wild card, and I have the Green Bay Packers losing in the wild card. This is your man, King Howie. Thank all the subscribers for tuning in, checking out the channel. Leave comments in the comment box. Remember to hit the bell. And I'll holler at y'all, man. Go Pack, go.